nice. Oh no, I missed. I don't think I missed that one. Hey, let's see if we hit the gong. Oh no, we didn't. I got him that time. All right, I think we're empty. Yeah, we are. Hey, Hickok 45 out one more time with the KSG. You notice we've got a little different sight rig on it, and let's talk just briefly and let's shoot it some more. Kind of a chapter 2. Yes, we still have this thing, believe it or not, and it's been resting quietly most of the time. Got it out a little bit, shot it a little bit. Ran some slugs through it. I ran, oh man, how many did I run through it? 6 or 7 boxes, just trying to get the EoTech sighted in and make sure my shoulder knew that I was shooting something. But yeah, we got an EoTech on it, okay? So that's the one, and again, CDNN that sent us the gun, sent us that. You know, I don't have an EoTech, and he asked me if I'd be interested because some people stick these on them, and I said, well, why not? And they did, and we put the foregrip on it. They sent us that too, and I'm trying to decide how much I like that. So kind of interesting additions there. So we got all the hot shot sights on this thing. It's quite a rig now, and you know, as big as those sights are, they're really not in the way. It's a little bit bigger, makes the gun a little bit larger, but yeah, not a bad sight really, not a problem. And I've got my gloves on today. It's really cold here in Tennessee, believe it or not, and most of the time you're shocked that I'm out here in a t-shirt, but it is actually cold. I think it's still in the 30s. Well, I got the Sturmgewehr gloves on. In fact, he gave me these when they were down, you know, at the YouTube gathering we had as a gift. So they come in handy and feel good on this. You don't have a lot of intricate manipulations. I don't generally like gloves, but with shotgun shells, it's not as big a problem. Let me go ahead and load it while I'm gabbing at you. Okay, let's switch over. We had a couple of, now we got an empty in the chamber, and what I'm going to do is load some slugs back into that right tube because we may shoot some more of those. Okay, you notice I switched over. I was shooting birdshot there to open with on those pans and different things, and then when it was time to assault the 2 liters, I switched over to that heavy stuff. Well, actually, I guess it's not much heavier, it's just all in one piece. I switched over to the slugs. Let's top off the birdshot. This is 7.5 inch, or not 7.5 inch, it's 7.5 shot AA birdshot. So, yeah, I stopped by Academy Sports. I was getting some shells, and man, the shells were bare pretty much, and I found some of that. And it's pretty nice ammo, as you know, AA Winchester, especially if you reload holes. Those are really nice for reloading. So, we've shown you this thing, and we're mainly going to shoot it. And one thing I forgot to tell you about, I couldn't believe it, was this thing ejecting out the lower part, and I think add that to the description. But if you hold your wrist under there like that, it will just knock the heck out of your wrist. And I was actually bleeding. Many of you noticed I had a Band-Aid on my wrist, and that was from shooting before the video. It didn't take many. It comes out very hard, and it hits you just right on that bone, I guess with the brass edge or something, that actually will make you bleed. And it hurts. I mean, you wouldn't think so, but it really does. Then I kind of developed a habit before we actually started doing the first video with the gun of keeping my hand out from under there, and then I sort of forgot about it. Yeah, but yes, it will really whop you there. I can tell a couple of those whopped me, but I'm all geared up today because of the cold, so not as big a deal. So I mean, that's a negative, but it's not a big deal. Depends on what you're going to do. If you're going to go out and shoot a few hundred times, just put something on your hand or a glove or something. And if you got terrorists you're after and they're shooting at you, I don't think you'll worry about that too much. So let's take a few more shots. Now we have left tube with birdshot and the right tube slugs. So let's wear out some of this aluminum again here. Let's put it on. Yeah, we're on the left. No, we didn't have anything in there. Thought I had an empty. Okay. Garbage can lid. Good thing I have the EoTech on there. I would never have hit it. Nice. Let's hit the cowboy. Oh no, he's trying to get. Don't want to waste a moving target, you know, target of opportunity there. Hey, that's okay. I just all my, let's switch over. Okay, now I think I'll have to rack it. Yeah, pick that up because I switched it over after I had fired it and racked the slide. Okay, I still got a sight picture on my EoTech. Let's put one on the gong to warm up. Okay, try another one. Okay, so I got that EoTech sighted in well enough for government work, I guess, and I actually hit the red plate before the video. Let me try it again. Rifle, huh? Quite a rifle. I think it's time to go goat hunting. I went under it. Oh man, nothing like an ounce of lead to knock something over, is there? So she's empty. Pretty neat. We got to shoot a couple more times, but that's an interesting gun. You know, again, let me emphasize with these types of firearms, you know, since I have slugs, I just got to shoot slugs. But you really have to make sure you don't short shuck it. It's really easy to do. You need to program your mind, and my mind's hard to program, but if I work at it, I can. But if you don't bring that thing all the way back, you know, the UTS-15 is the same way. It's just the nature, the size of the gun. The length, the shortness of it, there's just something about that it's easy not to do because you're kind of bringing this back here. Whereas on an 870, you're just kind of bringing it back like that. This thing, it's like you're starting almost back here where the rear position for an 870 or something, and then you're coming back further. You know? So you got to just do it with authority, as I said before, and put some muscle into it. Let's just take a couple more shots with it. I'll tell you what, let's just load both up. I can't resist, sorry. Yeah, wow. I gotta be careful shooting too much, don't I? Since there's not all the ammo available that sometimes there, I'll tell you what, we'll put 4 in each tube. That's enough to satisfy me, maybe. At least I want to get this thing out again and show you the sights. So you can stick an EoTech on there. Well, I'll put a couple more in here. The EoTech works fine. I have never had a red dot sight, and not an EoTech. You know me, I'm not a electronic sight sort of guy, but they ain't bad. They work pretty well. You get a good sight picture. If you've ever looked down one, maybe we can give you a little bit of a look. I don't know if you see what it looks like through there, if I have it positioned right, but you know, it gives you a red dot. It's not a laser. For those of you who are new to shooting or new to these kinds of things, it's not actually putting a red dot on the target. It's not a laser. It's just a red dot there. And, you know, move around. It's quick to pick up and everything. And you saw that red plate, it's not an incredible challenge, but, you know, you've seen me sit here and miss it with a lot of good rifles. Just depends on whether the sights are on or not. So, and you know, this is a smooth bore, cylinder bore, I think, and those are just standard old Foster slugs. There's nothing exotic about that. I'm not shooting Brennickes or anything like that. So pretty cool. The last 3 times I've shot that red plate, I have hit it once before the video, and then the 2 you saw. So you know, get yourself a little rifle when you put good sights on a shotgun. You really do. All right. So we have a full load of bird shot, and let's just wear something out here like this can. I'm out of ammo. No, I'm not. I've got a few slugs. Let's try a little more precision shooting. I'll go for a pig over there. Wow. Knocked him over. Try a turkey. I believe that's it. Yeah. Wow. I tell you what, you get good sights on a shotgun and you've got something. You really do. And it's just a wonderful piece of equipment that actually seems to work. You got to make sure you short shuck the thing. Kicks pretty hard. It's you know, it just tends to work. As I told you in the first video, I was pleasantly surprised by how it functions, and it seems like a solid little gun. You know, I wouldn't have thought that, you know, again, coming out of Kel-tec University, but it really does seem solid. And all the shooting we've done off camera and on camera, I don't really recall any issues. We may have short shucked it a time or two somewhere, but really not done a lot of that. And it's just a solid little piece of hardware. Now, it may fall apart after 2,000 rounds. I don't know about that, but it's done well for us, and no major complaints. I kind of like the thing, to tell you the truth. So, anyway, I don't have to tell you, do I? Life is good.